Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite MacBook apps and also a few organization tips and tricks that I use on my MacBook. Let's get right into it. There's going to be a few apps that are paid, others are not paid. All the links for the apps I mentioned in this video are going to be in the description, so make sure you check out the description to get those apps. And let's get right into my computer. Alright guys, so the first thing I wanted to show you guys is you have to put your dock on the left side of the screen. I saw a lot of people that have their dock on the left side of the screen, and recently I decided to adopt that, and it's actually a really good placement for the dock, because not only having the dock on the left, you can make it hide, so whenever you bring your mouse to the left, the dock shows up, but also it gives you a lot more real estate on your screen. So especially for people that are working just on their laptops without any external monitors or anything like that, this is really gonna help you get more space on your screen. My second tip is for you guys to add your hard drives to your desktop, and for you to do that, it's really simple. You just go to Finder, Preferences, and then show these items on desktop, and then you just make sure hard drives are selected. I also leave all these other ones selected, so whenever I plug anything in, it shows in the desktop right away. But the benefit of having your hard drive right on your desktop is that you can always see how much space you have left in your hard drive. You're just gonna make sure that in show view options you have show item info toggled on, and then you can see how much space you have free on your hard drive. Another thing about the desktop, since you're already here, is I literally don't have anything on my desktop. I just keep it super clean, and I find this better to work with. Whenever I'm working on a file or I'm working on a video, then I bring that video to the desktop, I work on it, and once I'm done with it, I take it out. So for example, when I was editing this video, yesterday's video actually, if you want to watch it, you can click over here. I never know if it's this side or this side, but I think it's this one, to go watch it. And when I was working on this video, I had it on my desktop, but then as soon as I was done with it, I moved it into my external hard drive, and then it's gone because I really don't need it to be on my desktop. My third tip is actually an app, and this app, it's a literally must have. You need to have this app on your computer, and it's called CleanMyMac X. It's a paid app, and I have a link for it in the description. If you're a student, you can get it for 30% off with my link, so go check the link out. And CleanMyMac, it's really simple, but it's the best tool for optimizing your MacBook. It clears your RAM, it deletes unnecessary files, it clears up junk, it uninstalls apps correctly, it updates your apps for you, it checks for malware. Yes, MacBooks do have viruses. I usually just use this like once a week. I just come over here, click scan, and it just does its thing. And then once a month, I do a more thorough cleanup by going through the other cleanup tabs that we have over here. But there's just so much that this app can do. I literally tell all my friends to download this. It's literally the best optimization app for MacBook. So right here, for example, I just cleaned up 5.8 gigabytes off of my computer just by running this. So this is a really important tool for any Mac user. The fourth habit that you should be following on your MacBook is organizing your notes app. I'm guessing if you have a MacBook, you probably also have an iPhone, and I personally love using just the native notes app from the iPhone that's already installed on my computer, and you can really organize it really well, especially if you use folders. But I think it's a really good app for note-taking, for to-do lists, and for any other stuff you want to just write down. I think the Notes app is great because everybody has it on their phones. It connects to your computer right away, so everything you type on your computer goes right into your phone and vice versa. So I just find it super easy to write video ideas, write video scripts there, and that's what I've been using for my Notes app. But if you use another Notes app, my tip is just to keep it organized. Use Emojis to organize your folders. Keep everything under a certain category. And something cool that I like to have is an archived folder. So if there's something that you don't want to keep anymore, but like also doesn't fit into any of your folders, you can just create an archive folder and put all that stuff over there, just so you don't throw any notes out, because you never know when you're actually gonna need it. The second habit that you should be following on your computer is organizing organizing your files. And I'm literally OCD about this stuff. My computer is super organized, and I want to show you guys how I organize my stuff. So on my main computer over here, I only leave the stuff that I actually really need. I don't have apps that I don't use. If I haven't used it for like more than 3 months, then CleanMyMac just tells me and I just delete it, because if I don't use it, I don't need it. If I need it again someday, then I'll just download it again. But if I'm not using it, it just goes away. If there's any files that I'm not using, they go away. So for example, this Zoom folder over here, I don't need that. That's going into the trash. It got created when I opened Zoom. I don't know why. Just deleting it right away. And then all these other files I have over here, they're just important documents or stuff that I'm working on right now that I keep on my computer. So for example, I have official documents, and that includes like scans of my passports, IDs, and all that important stuff that I might need it someday on my computer. So I just keep it here just in case. And it's also on my phone. I think this is something important for you to have on your computer, scanning all your documents and keeping it in a folder in your computer. It's really important. Then I have a folder for my internship stuff, and also only the stuff I'm working on right now. Then I have this maxi folder over here with a few documents that I want to read. I have my resume because I'm always applying to different jobs, so I need to have my resume there. And I have an example of a Google intern resume that I kind of want to copy, and then I have a version of my resume that I can edit, and a PDF version that it's ready to be sent to anyone, and a cover letter template that I've created to send out to companies. Then over here I have my USF folder, and I organize it by semester. So we have the fall semester coming up, and I have my schedule, and I'm leaving this folder in this because it's coming up. And I have my summer semester folder because right now I'm taking summer classes. That was my documents folder. I like to keep everything organized, so like documents actually go into documents, video stuff actually goes into video stuff, pictures actually go into pictures. And something I like to do regarding pictures is I have one folder called photos. It's actually written in Portuguese, but we can change that to English. And I keep my only like the most important pictures that I use for like profiles and stuff that I need to upload sometimes, or creating a new account somewhere or something. But all the other pictures, I keep it on my external hard drive, and I'm going to talk about my external hard drive in a second. And I can't emphasize the importance of having an external hard drive nowadays, especially for people like me that are dealing with really high resolution files that are really heavy on a daily basis. It's really important to have an external hard drive. And also just for life, it's important for you to have an external hard drive where you can keep all your documents, all your pictures, and all your other stuff that you don't want to keep on your main computer, because it is going to slow it down. The more files you have on your computer, the slower your computer are going to get. I say that we need to have free space on your hard drive all the time so your computer runs faster. And you can get one of these right here. This is a Lacy external hard drive that I got on Amazon for 150 bucks, and it has 4 terabytes. You might not need 4 terabytes. They have other options for 500 gigabytes. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. It's gonna be the first link in the description for you guys to get this external hard drive. I think this is the best external hard drive in the market. It has this rubber around it to make sure that if it gets impacted by anything, it's not gonna mess up your files. And it uses USB-C connection to transfer your files faster. So if you've been looking for a new external hard drive, or if you still don't have one, there's a link in the description for you to get one right now. I actually have 2. This is my old one. It's also a Seagate hard drive. Lacy is a Seagate's hard drive. This is the one I had before. I got this 4 terabyte one. This one is a 500 gigabytes one. It's not that good. I wouldn't recommend it. It's pretty slow, to be honest, but this is what I had before. I don't think they sell this one anymore, and I'm thinking of transferring my files to that other external hard drive. But I just basically keep it organized just like I keep my computer. I have a documents, videos, pictures, and music folders in there, and I keep everything organized with icons on the folders. Another habit that I follow on my computer, and I think you guys should be following too, is adding icon folders to your folders. So let me show you what I mean by that. So for example, this folder right here, right? It has a little logo of my school in the folder, and I just think it makes it so much nicer to have your folders organized like that. It just gives it a better look to your computer, and it just makes it look more organized. And I decided to start doing that with my folders. I didn't know that there was an app that did that, so I just programmed my own app that does that. I'm gonna leave a link for you guys to download it if you want in the description, but you do need Photoshop to make this happen. So if you don't have Photoshop and you wanna change the folder icon on your folders, you can download ImageIcon, but it is a paid software. But it's really simple to use. You just get the icon you want to make into a folder, right? Drag and drop it into here and make into a folders, and boom, we have the folder here, and then I just transfer all this stuff to this folder. It's really simple with this app that I found, Image to Icon. But if you don't want to pay, I think it's like 30 bucks, you can use mine. It's in the description, but I'm just warning, you do need Photoshop to use mine. And if you don't want to pay $29.99 and you don't have Photoshop, then you can just try to figure out how to do this. It's not that complicated. You can just use like an online image editor to put an icon on top of a MacBook folder. The next tip that I have for you guys is to use this app called Be Focused. I started using this app recently, and what is cool about this app is that it uses a Pomodoro technique to get you more focused on doing the stuff you need to get done. So for you guys that don't know what the Pomodoro technique is, it's basically you set 25 minutes for you to get something done, and then you take a 5-minute break. So for example, let's say you have a to-do list with 10 things to do. You set 25 minutes to do each thing, and you just have to get that thing done in 25. Where you can divide that thing into smaller tasks that you do in 25 minutes. And this is a really easy app. You just have it right here. So I've been using this to track my tasks. Tip number 10 that I have for you guys is to use Google Chrome. If you're still using Safari, you're doing it wrong, okay? Like, you need to be using Google Chrome. And the reason why you should be using Google Chrome is because of Google's extension. There's so many nice extensions that you can add to your Google Chrome. I'm gonna tell you guys 2 today that I use for productivity, but I could make a whole video about extensions. I literally have, I think, like 20 extensions installed. But 2 of the ones I use for watching videos while I'm doing work, Picture in Picture by Google. And let me give you guys an example of how that looks like. But it just basically lets you add a picture in picture on your screen, and it works anywhere, not just in Google Chrome, but it literally works all over your MacBook, so it's really nice. So for example, if I'm watching this video right here, I could just press the picture in picture icon, and then boom, I have it right here. I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller, and it can go anywhere on my screen while I'm doing work. So I usually keep it down here at the bottom, and it's just a really nice feature that Google Chrome brings with this extension. And then the other extension that I also use, it's called Video Speed Controller, which allows you to speed up any video that you're watching. So if you're watching Netflix, you can speed that up. If you're watching YouTube, you can speed that up. I know that YouTube has its own like speed up thing right into the browser, but with this you can really control it. So for example, with this video right here, so right here at the top left of the video, you have this little tab right here that lets you speed it up or slow it down. So I can speed up the video as much as I want just by pressing D and S to slow it down. So it's just really helpful. It works with Netflix, it works with YouTube, it works with every single video player, and it's another extension from Google Chrome that is really useful. The next app that I want to show you guys is called Bartender. I've been using Bartender for a while now, and what it does is it lets you hide all the menu apps from your menu bar, and it removes all that clutter of having like a bunch of apps on your menu bar that I just think looks really ugly, and just puts all your apps into one place on the menu bar. So it adds these 3 dots right here, and when you click on it, it brings all the other menu apps that you have. I just find this really useful, and it just brings this minimalistic look to your menu bar. Another one of my favorite apps is Spark, and this is what I've been using for more than a year now for my email. And what is nice about Spark is that you can have as many inboxes into one inbox. So I have like a bunch of emails, and I just add all these emails into Spark, and you can just get all your emails into one inbox instead of having to log into a bunch of different accounts and stuff. Spark just makes it so much easier for you to manage all your accounts. And for someone like me that has a lot of email accounts, it just helps me organize everything into one place. Not only that, but Spark is super easy to use, archive all your emails, look up stuff. It has so many options like themes and signatures and templates and scheduling. You can schedule emails, you can set up like so many things. I just love Spark. You guys should try it out. If you use your emails a lot and you have more than 2 emails, you should definitely get Spark. It's free, so why not? Bumpr is a simple app that lets you open up email links into Spark, and also any other links to Google Chrome. So like whenever you click into an email link on your browser. On MacBook, it just automatically opens into the Mail app, and with Bumpr, it can change that to make it open into Spark. So if you get Spark, definitely get Bumpr. Magnet is a game changer in organizing screens. With Magnet, you can just, when you're working with two screens with Magnet, you can just drag them into the corner and boom, and it just sizes it perfectly to wherever you want. So for example, I have it when I bring a screen to the right middle of the screen, it will just put it in the right side of the screen. If I bring it to the top right, then it makes it into a smaller square on the top right. So I could have like 4 screens right here. And Magnet just makes it super easy for you to use the split screen functionality on MacBook. Another app that I use a lot, it's called Apowersoft Screenshot. I want to make a disclosure here that I still use the native screenshot from MacBook, where I just press Command-Shift-4 and make a selection of what I want to screenshot, and it just goes right into my desktop. It's really easy. But I use Apowersoft because with just Command-1, I can screenshot something, I can pin it to the screen. So like if I'm working on something and I need to see this, I can just have it right here. Once you have it and you start using it, you're not gonna want to stop using it. I also use it to get hex code colors on the screen. So when I'm programming and I need to know a color, I can just press Command-1 and it gives me the hex code right here at the bottom. So that's really useful as well. Cheat Sheet lets you see shortcuts in any application. So that's really useful whenever you're using an application that has a lot of shortcuts. You can just press Command and hold, and it just shows you all the shortcuts that you can use for that application. So for example, with Final Cut, let me open Final Cut over here to show you guys how this works. So I have Final Cut open and I want to know a command that I don't know. I press Command and hold it for 5 seconds, and then it shows me this screen with all the shortcuts that Final Cut has. The next habit that you should start following on your computer is to start using the Spotlight search. You just press Command Spacebar and you have the Spotlight search that lets you search for so many things. You can do fast calculations here. You can find everything you want here super quickly. Like let's say I need to do a calculation like 39 times 14, then boom, it's right there. If I need to find this folder that I didn't know where it was, you just type it in, boom, right there. You know, it just does everything. And you can look up things really fast. It will really speed up your productivity. The next app that I've been using is called Rocket app, and it just lets you type in emojis super quick, and you just use the colon to do that. So for example, let me create this new notes over here just to show you guys. You press colon and you type in whatever. Press colon and you type in whatever. So it's super easy. You just press colon and you type whatever emoji you want, and boom, it shows up right there. You can look up a bunch of emojis, and it's super quick and easy to use. And it's super quick when you're typing and you want to type in an emoji. You don't have to go look for it online or anything. You just type colon and you type whatever emoji you want. It shows up right there. After a while of using it, you start knowing the names of all the emojis too, which is pretty cool. And the next thing that I do on my computer to be more organized and also to speed up my productivity is to have the Google Drive app installed on my computer. And what it does is, and it's really cool because it adds this tab so you don't have to go into the Google Drive website anymore to upload anything. And especially when you're working with other people and you want to share big files, it's really easy. You just drag and drop it into this folder. It's right on your computer in your Finder, and then you just have the folder uploaded right there. And you can right click on it and copy a link to your clipboard, and you can share that link with other people right away. So the Google Drive app is a really useful app for people that are working in teams and need to share big files. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and help me get a bigger sign like this, because I want to get to 1 million. So please subscribe if you're still watching here. Please make sure to subscribe. I make a bunch of videos here on my channel every day, so subscribe so you don't miss out. And bye. Up.